on this episode of Bot versus Con.
Fine. You know, if they were to start getting stuff like that, I'll be at Toys R Us every weekend. I think you can almost guarantee those two.
And he didn't grip it well either. Like there was nothing. Yeah.
It was no friction or anything.
The floor is yours.
What the hell? It looks like it's, a little over inflated.
I don't know. All I see is a pressure washer in his hand.
I think I actually like the way the bot mode looks, and maybe it's because of the colors. Here they have the silver or gray looking ladder on the side. That looks really good. You can see it does look good, and it's looking better.
This is Bot versus Con. Make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member.
Welcome back, BBC fans. As always, I'm Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con, and this is Bot versus Con, where your voice is heard.
And we're back with another round of news. But before we get into that, let's say what's up to our official sponsor, the Chosen Prime, where you can find many of the figures we're going to be talking about, maybe in stock, maybe on pre-order, or who knows, maybe they're already on their way to you. Hopefully I have some at home waiting for me. As you can see, I'm still on vacation. Also want to say what's up to our members. I know we owe you a members live. We are thinking about doing it this Saturday. Please bear with us. I do head back home on Sunday, so Saturday looks like it might be the best time. We don't want to push it another week, so stay tuned for times on that. And then also to our subscribers, really want to say thank you for supporting us as well. We would not be doing the show without you. Excuse my glisten here. I just got back from SeaWorld here in San Diego, so it's like my nose is red. I'm over here looking like Humpty Hump from Digital Underground. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into the news. What do you say, James?
Let's do it. And I just want to say I'm not on vacation. It is blistering hot out here, and this is the coolest room. So I am sitting. So let's go. Let's start off with Toys R Us. I bet you're excited about this. They're opening 10 flagship stores and 20 seasonal holiday shops just for the holidays. I guess they're doing it with their partner Go Retail Group. So, are you excited?
No. And the reason I'm not excited is because what I would like to buy is not going to be in Toys R Us, unfortunately. And what I mean by that is I'm signing my divorce papers with Hasbro right now. The new prices on things are going to probably put me out of a lot of stuff that they're coming out with. And so that's going to be unfortunate. It will be great to go into Toys R Us and to see if it's still, like a Toys R Us. I've gone into the little pop-ups in Macy's and things like that, and they're, it's kind of boring. So I'm excited from a nostalgia standpoint, but not for a collecting standpoint.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, with Toys R Us, I've heard a lot of negative things about them continuing in Canada, so I don't think it's going to be anything good. It's just going to be another toy store, and do we really need that with Amazon and whatnot, So it's still cool, but I'll probably, if I buy Hasbro, not buy from them, because who knows if they're actually going to have it in stock.
Well, that's what I saw as well, is that the shelves are pretty bare, and the prices are higher than even other places. So I'm not going to pay more on top of what Hasbro may or may not be coming out with just to get it from Toys R Us. But maybe they'll have some other things that I can... No, let me stop lying.
Well, they might have some exclusives or something that might be worthwhile.
Now that,
I remember they used to do some masterpiece releases, so
yes,
maybe they'll get the Takara masterpiece exclusives that they could show off or something.
That would, if it's something like that where it's something direct from overseas that we haven't gotten here, or I still want that New Age hat and black and gold line. If they were to start getting stuff like that, I'll be in Toys R Us every weekend.
Yeah, so we'll see. My gut says it's just going to be the Macy's thing, a little bit bigger.
Yep. And I don't even know if I saw there was 10. I didn't see Atlanta on the list, even though I did look briefly.
I didn't see a list. I looked at the article that you actually put in there. I didn't see a list, but I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I saw Chicago was on the list.
Oh, well, maybe they'll be open by the time we go.
Yeah.
Or maybe one of the 20 seasonal holiday shops are going to be in Atlanta. Either which way. We just talked about TFcon. TFcon LA is scheduled for March 6th to the 8th. I swear we already talked about this. But this was just posted on the 20th, so we're going to talk about it again. Go ahead and look for it. I don't think tickets are available yet, or the hotel.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Being home right now is definitely hitting me. So coming back again in March is always a highlight. Yep,
it should be fun. But like I said, I'm sure we talked about this, and I think it's the anniversaries, every 5-year anniversary of Beast Wars and RID. So that should be interesting.
Yeah.
You gotta go get some signatures because Ron Friedman, who was a G1 Transformers writer, has passed away. And this is the book that he wrote, and I thought it was pertinent because it's called I Killed Optimus Prime. And I think you should go ahead and pick it up and read it.
Wow. Condolences. Rest in peace. I totally missed this one. I didn't know. Yeah, that's sad. I did not know about this book. I probably won't pick it up. The story in itself, it makes me angry. Just the title. But no, that's wow. I didn't even know.
Yeah, it'd probably be interesting to see what the backlash was when they decided to do that in the movie. If he talks about it in the book, I don't know.
I'm assuming he talks about it if that's the title of the book.
Yeah, so should be interesting if you want to get that book in memoriam of him. But our condolences to him and his family. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you need to get your signatures. This is a reminder.
I know it is starting to really seem like something I need to be doing. So maybe Chicago will be my start.
Let's talk about some leaks. We only got one that's not very interesting, in my opinion, and that is the Funko Pops. We're going to get Nemesis Prime, Springer Cup, and Skywarp with the chase. I'm assuming the chase is going to be like when he's like teleporting. Half of them will be clear. These are via noon on TFW. Cool if you're into them.
Yeah.
I'm not into them. They usually look great. They're just not my cup of energon.
They do. Some of them look really cute. I just can't. I can't. That's another road I can't go down.
I saw somebody have a Transformer Pop collection that was a whole wall.
Yeah, I can't.
And I'm like, goodness gracious, there's that many of them. So go pick them up if you want them. The Nemesis Prime has me a little interested just because I have that collection, but I'm not going to do it. Let us know if you want any of these down below, and we'll be right back with Just Announced.
Sounds good.
Moving into Just Announced, first we have Waste Studios, and it's a teaser for what they're going to show off at Wonderfest 2025 in Shanghai. Prime. And I don't know if it's connected to the next thing we're going to look at, but what do you think of this silhouette?
The silhouette looks kind of cool. It actually, if the chest wasn't there, and just seeing the kind of the head and the angle of the antennas, it says Gundam to me.
Oh, this is IDW. That's what it says to me, is IDW all the way, because that's how he looked like. I know you might not know. Or the original IDW Prime. I don't know about the later ones. I'm thinking of the one from All Hail Megatron. Which I think IDW. But yeah, so that's what I thought it was, but then they showed this off, and this is from Oddly, and I think this is going to be bad for you. This is via Jiangshu, I believe that's how you pronounce it. The website, it's a non-transformable 35 centimeter tall Optimus Prime with 66 articulation points, opening matrix, light effects. The design is slightly stylized, and it's more similar to a Studio Ox version, so it's something you don't have. And they're going to show off the prototype at Wonderfest 2025 in Shanghai. So I think it's the same one. Is Oddly Waste Studios? I don't know. But you already talked about how you want the little Oddlies. I could see if they start doing these, this would be an issue for you.
Honestly, no. I think that I would, if I was going to do it, I'd do the small ones because I don't need to give non-transforming figures that much space.
Yeah, you do.
No.
This is something you don't have.
It is something I don't have, and I can continue that journey. I do think it looks cool. I love all the detail in it. It has so much detail in it.
I think it looks good. I don't like a few aspects of it, particularly
the tires on the butt.
I was going to say the super long legs and the short torso. It kind of has that TF1 look going on for me. And I don't like his the tires on the butt. It looks like he could like sit on you and give you rubber burn or road burn or whatever it's called. But it looks fine. I think if this was a G1 stylized one, like the small ones, you'd have a much harder time saying no.
No.
I think you would. You say that, you always say that, and then you end up buying it and it's in your haul.
But the thing is, this one is easier to pass on because of size. I don't want to give up that much real estate and start, like if they came out with a line like this, I don't want to have to give up that much real estate in my collection for non-transforming figures.
You have the space.
No, I don't. Not for what I'm going to be doing. I don't.
Yeah, you do. You could buy a few more shelves. You have nothing to lose. You have one shelf with all non-transforming figures.
No, nope. I'm doing some other things that I'm kind of excited about.
Okay, well, we'll be excited to see those dioramas. Let's move on to this. The Mystery of Convoy collab with Japanese apparel companies Games Glorious and Thunderbox. I've never heard of these companies, but maybe they're very popular in Japan. So this is going to be the first product lineup will be at the Games Glorious booth at the Tokyo Game Show on September 25th. And it has everything that you see right here. I kind of like that Megatron shirt. It kind of reminds me of it's a pixel art, which is cool. You know, it's like the Super Nintendo or the NES. I was going back to regular Nintendo. Yeah, the NES. Yeah. So, yeah, it's cool. But if you look at the box for Magnus, they misspelled convoy. It says convoy.
Is that an M? Yeah.
It looks like an M to me. So I don't know if that's on purpose. Maybe the box had that back in the day, but I did notice that.
Yeah, and then on that pic, like the are those pins?
Those are pins. They go on they showed them on a shirt. Yeah.
Oh, I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, they're cool.
All those pins come with this?
No, you have to buy each part separately. The shirt is 4,500 yen, both shirts. The stickers, which you can see, I think that's that thing off to the side, is 400 yen. The acrylic mascots, which I think are the pins, are 500 yen. No, the pins are 1,200 yen.
Yeah,
which is like $10 each.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the picture's small. We both started collecting pins. I just started collecting. You've been collecting longer than I have, so I'd be interested possibly in some of those pins, but that's probably it for me on this. The shirts are cool. I do like the Megatron shirt, though, as well.
Then the second product lineup will have all of this that you could get, including a pillow cover and a reversible stadium jacket.
I like the jacket. I'm not reversing it, but I like the jacket. That's kind of cool.
Is this? Let us know down below if this is based on, if there was a video game in the 80s that this is based on, because I don't know, or if this is just pixel art because it's cool. So,
yeah, Rodimus Convoy, Ultra Magnus.
The pillow reminds me of a Christmas sweater.
Yeah, I don't like the pillow at all.
Backpack's kind of cool, but it's a little too much for me. But if this is your cup of Energon, go pick it up.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. If you go to the Universal Studios, and I think it was Orlando? Yeah, Orlando. They have new Nest collection, which Nest is from the movies and is the non-biological extraterrestrial species treaty. So that's what they made with the Cybertronians. And a t-shirt's $33, a hoodie's $70, the youth t-shirt's $28, the trucker cap's $29, the laptop sleeve is $22, and the bag charm pouch is $20. So go pick it up if you want it.
I was looking at the sweatshirt. I like the colors on it. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I'm good. Even if I was there, I'd probably be good.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything at SeaWorld today, so
they didn't have Transformers. So Marnuo has a 2025 Transformers Celebration box. You can buy it now. It's an advent calendar. They probably are trying to be politically correct and not call it an advent calendar. Maybe that's offensive now. I don't know. But yeah, it's cool if you had kids or something.
Yeah, I remember these calendars around Christmas time for, counting down the days. My daughter gets one. She loves getting all the chocolates and stuff like that. We have to watch her because it'll be the 1st of December and she'll already be in on the 22nd, But yeah, I actually thought about getting this until I saw what's actually in there. And I said, oh, wait, some of them look okay. But then
I think if they didn't show them, I think if they didn't show it off, you probably would have picked it up. And then if it was a surprise.
Actually, it's the opposite. Because if seeing this, I'm thinking Transformers 1, and I'm like, okay, I don't want any of this.
It's like $20.
No, I mean, but still, if it was all Transformer 1 stuff, I would be like, I don't really want that. But
I guess there's a big Transformers 1 picture in the back. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so now that I'm actually seeing that it's not, I'm seeing the ones on the bottom right.
There's no Transformers 1.
Ironically, yeah, the little guy, the 8 on the bottom right, I think those are cute. I would,
and even the ones on the opposite side are kind of cool.
And the 4 on the opposite of the left, I like those. It's the movie characters that I don't care for.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
pick it up if you want it.
12 out of maybe.
Moving into the customs, we got a custom blockies, which is the Defender Optimus Prime and an Atmos Duck Camo Deco via Shio Lao.
I think that's kind of cool. And seeing the picture above, where I guess it's based off of, looks really good as well. And speaking of customs, since this is coming up to the end of the quarter, go ahead and send in your custom arts and dioramas and cosplay and all that stuff in collections, and we'll make sure to show them off when we do a fans appreciation as well. But I like this. This looks really good.
Next up, we have a 3D printed Nemesis Prime via, I think it's Kapuna, or it's Apunakane Ivan Buruman, excuse me. And it's pretty cool. I don't understand the purple color, but, your own take is kind of cool.
Yeah, so I saw this, and I was like, maybe it's the lighting, because in alt mode it looks black, and in bot mode it looks purple.
Well, it's like half of him is black and half of him is purple. And then he looks like he painted the rest of the purple on the other one. Because, if you look here, it's black and purple. And it's huge. That's a deluxe. This thing is ginormous, which is very cool.
Yeah, see, on this one, the purple doesn't look as much purple as it did on that previous one.
And maybe they're photoshopped or something like that.
Yeah, the light on it made it look like it was straight shattered glass, where this one actually looks like it has, a blend of purple and black in it. But yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. Very interesting.
It's huge, as you said.
Next up, Dr. Wu has the DWES09V2 Prime Commander, which looks very good. I think this looks better than most of the Dr. Wu's. Honestly, it looks more proportional and not as squat. And depending on the price, if they do Toxitron and Scourge, I might be interested.
I think you can almost guarantee those two.
Well, yeah, depends on the price though. If this is like $50, they could.
Oh.
$20, maybe, but it has the trailer, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think it looks pretty good. I think the trailer looks pretty good as well.
I do too.
I think they did a very good job with this.
I do. I have to agree. So we'll see. I think the sword is a little weird, but I understand it. It just clips around the hand, and then he has like a hand guard. So
yeah,
it's probably best at this scale to do it that way. So let us know.
Yeah, because if they put a peg on it with those little hands and trying to get it in, and it's probably going to be a thin, really small, probably break. So I like that.
I agree. Yeah. So good job. It just needs a double-barreled gun. Maybe it has one on the trailer that could come off and plug into his hand. Keeping with Doctor Who, I don't know if we talked about these or not. They're posted like they're new, and there's so many different variations of all these Doctor Who figures, but there's Anime, Blaster, and Soundwave.
I said the same thing, and I was just like, you know what? Even if it's just a reissue, sometimes people are late to collecting and didn't know about these before, so here's your chance to pick them up. I did see the A, and I was just like, okay, I don't remember if they had a version before, but I think these look good. Soundwave has the cell shading on his chest.
Yeah, so A is for Anime.
Yeah, so it again, they look good. I like the little tapes with Blaster that's being shown. Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah, I agree. And there's clear versions too, which this is why I didn't think we talked about them. I don't believe we talked about these and how absolutely delicious the tapes look.
They do look like gummies,
right? They look like they're tasty. But yeah, these look good. I think we've seen better clear figures recently, but I think these still look very good.
They do, and yeah, those tapes look like gummy bears. So yeah, but they're cute.
What do you think about this? This is Toyeasy's Iron Soul Titan.
So the other one wasn't it like Iron Tiger or something like that?
Yeah. That's just the type of tank it was.
Yeah. And I know we were really excited about that one. And when we got it in hand, there were some things that we liked about it and some things we didn't like about it. I think one of the pet peeves that you had on it, and I really didn't like either, was that the little hatchet he had didn't peg into his hand.
Yeah. And he didn't grip it well either. Like there was nothing. Yeah. It
was no friction or anything. With that being said, I do like this. I still like the figure overall. I thought the figure was really cool. The transformation was cool. So I liked it all overall. I like this color. It gives it, of course, it screams Megatron to me with the colors. But I do like this, and I will probably pick it up. It also wasn't an expensive figure either.
No,
so
it was not.
So that's what made it also attractive. So even if the hatchet doesn't, if it comes with the hatchet, but if it doesn't peg in again, I would be. Oh well, then he has that. Is that his own?
That if you look, it's on his arm.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. I will pick this up.
Yeah, I think it looks okay. I wish it wasn't trying to be Megatron. That was what was so cool about this figure, is it wasn't anything. It was something different. I think it needed a new head instead of the same head, just to differentiate it. I think you could take the hat off, so maybe you could take the hat off on one and keep the hat on the other one. But if it was Arctic camo instead of just gray, totally it. That would have been so cool. I really like the extra gun, and I was hoping it would integrate into the alt mode and look cool, but it just sits on top.
Yeah,
which is kind of lame, especially when the cannon barrel is already detachable. You could have, and maybe there is a way and they didn't show it, but you could have just detached the cannon barrel and maybe had that integrate into it somehow.
Yeah, especially with how it shows on the previous picture, how there's like a that you see like that, it looks like a clip, like a C-clip almost. If that would have been able to just plug in or something like that, I would have, appreciated that. But Yeah, that just looks like it's weapon storage.
Yeah, exactly. I do really like the burnt end of the gray.
Yes.
I think that's really cool. And this isn't a bad figure. I just like the other color more because it's more unique. How many Megatrons do we have? But it still looks good. If you like it, good figure. Great figure for the price. Good figure overall. Go pick it up. Transformation's a little wonky. Some of the pieces on it are a little fragile and can break kind of easy. So watch out for that.
Break or pop off?
Break. The little wires on the side, I've heard people just move it wrong when transforming and they snap all off.
Oh, wow.
So watch out for those. But not bad.
Yeah, I didn't have any QC issues with that one.
That's user error, not QC issues. It's just cheap. You know, they're thin little pieces of wire. There's not much they can do. And next up, we have a decal set for the real Megatron. And I want red inner calves. I don't really like how this looks. It just looks wrong, maybe because we're so used to seeing it the other way. And the rest of the stickers look good. And this is via Ocean Creative Studio.
I think I would want like a little bit darker red. It looks like a reddish orange more so than a red.
And maybe the stickers are thin, and that's why it looks a little off. Something weird about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
yeah. Or maybe it's too thin and the gray is coming through too much. So yeah, the red just needs to be darker so it takes over that inner color.
Yeah, and I don't know what's up with that Decepticon symbol with like the two like lightning bolt things on the side.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But it looks kind of cool, honestly. It's different. So if you want it, go pick it up. Also, do you know what the yellow of that underneath the red? There's another chest piece. I'm assuming that's what that is. Do you know what the yellows? He always had yellow on his chest.
Well, I think that's for the tank mode.
Is that for the tank mode? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. That makes sense. Okay. Well, not a bad sticker set. I'm sure we're going to see multiple ones. Honestly, I would just wait for the KO with the increased paint because you know that's coming out MD006. And with that, let us know down below what you think about these Megatrons. And we'll be right back with the updates.
Yeah. I'm holding off.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let you take the first thing for the updates. We talked a little bit about this, and you said you wanted to specifically talk about it. And let's talk about Soundwave. So what do you think of these cassettes?
They look better than when we first saw them. The Laserbeak and Buzzsaw, they look plain. And they still need some stickers or something, some colors on them. They don't have their weapons on them.
That's what I noticed. Yeah,
I just noticed, and maybe they just don't have them on because Ravage doesn't have his missiles on either. So maybe they plug in, and so that's. And I know we saw Ravage with his weapons on because they stood up really high, and you had actually made a comment about them. So maybe they didn't add the weapons to them, but they look okay. I think that we've had better tapes in the past from Hasbro, but these aren't as bad. The Ravage doesn't look like a Jaguar still, but I think like the legs actually look fine. It's more so like the head on it doesn't look good to me.
And the neck.
Yeah,
that's my problem with it. It's
head and neck is together. It looks. You can't tell where one starts and the other ends.
Yeah. They also showed off this picture, I guess, to show that the gun is on a swivel. We already kind of knew that.
Yeah, I can't think of the last time Hasbro has made a weapon that was actually transformed with the figure in its engineering. So most of the things,
like I forget which Masterpiece version. I don't remember if it was Fanstoys or the original one, but it would like come out and it would be like on his shoulder, and that was really cool. If they'd showed that off and it had posability, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's cool. This is exactly like Siege or Netflix or whatever Soundwave.
Yeah, and that's no shade to him.
Oh,
I just think I just can't think of, again, when we've had a figure, and actually you'll see it in Masterpiece, like you said, but most of the time weapons don't transform with the figure any longer. They mostly are just pegged in or pinned in or something like that. So, it's fine. I guess you can show that, but no big deal there.
I assumed it at least. So
yeah.
Now let's get to this. The floor is yours.
What the hell? So, a couple of things. I have not touched my blaster in forever. I think I skipped on the last one that they released. So seeing him about the same size as blaster is what it is. But seeing him next to Megatron, come on, man! Like he is so tiny, and that I hate to keep butchering about the pricing, but I'm not paying $60 for that. I'm not. I can't. I was already not going to pick him up, but this right here is further why I'm signing my divorce papers with Hasbro. I totally would save that money and pay $25 more and get the KO of Fanstoys, which is going to be bigger, better, and check all the boxes and give you more bang for your buck. This is sad, and it's sad for me as a collector who wants Hasbro to do good and do better. This is the new norm, and I don't like it. I'm not supporting it.
Yeah, I very well said. Personally, I've always seen the main Decepticons, Megatron, Soundwave, Shockwave, and Starscream like the same height. I don't know why. That just kind of makes sense to me. And they're bigger than most Autobots, as they should be, because they're Decepticons. Scale is, somebody online said it's like oil and water in Transformers. Scale's all over the place. It doesn't matter. You can have Soundwave be this big and Megatron be this big, and somewhere out there's a screenshot. Personally, I don't like this scale. And this shows me that they just took the Netflix Soundwave, took its bones, and put new skin on it, and released it like this. Which is fine, but they could have maybe put, a few more cents into it and upsized it to look a little bit better. But I have to say, it is the right size for Blaster in my mind. I think they should be eye to eye, and that looks good.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you want? Is Megatron and Optimus too big? I've seen that online too. They're too big and people aren't buying them because they don't fit in with all the other characters. Are they too big and the other characters are normal? Or what's the scale? I feel like Hasbro doesn't know, and Hasbro, honestly, I feel like doesn't care. They're just pumping these things out. And while this figure, I think, does look good, it is a step up. Especially in these pictures, it looks much better than the original pictures of it looked at.
Yeah.
Not color-wise, but proportion-wise and stuff. But the size, it's not doing it for me. If this was Voyager class, cool. That's fine. That Blaster was Voyager class. They look about the same.
I can't do it. I just can't support. Like you said, I've always looked at Soundwave and Megatron as the same size. And again, we're talking about this as the Transformers the movie. He wasn't smaller than Megatron,
Yeah. Also, I looked for a scale chart for the movie. I could only find it from seasons 1 through 3 and stuff like that, so I didn't include it. If anybody can link me one, please send it to me, and I could go ahead and put it on here.
Yeah. Well, my eyes to the screen. That's not what happened, and definitely not this. I mean, he looks so tiny. Like his head comes up to the top of Megatron's shoulders. Yeah.
I feel like what they could have done is maybe had his ab crunch area. It doesn't have an ab crunch. One click out. And I think that would have probably worked. If he was a little bit shorter, cool. But he's literally a head shorter than Megatron.
Yes. And it's like so noticeable, and this is the bad thing. This takes me back to the original Transformers toy line, which it shouldn't be that way now, where Blaster was humongous, and Soundwave was small. And that's because they were buying, other characters and bringing them over into the Transformers line. It's not like that now. So you have the ability to make these figures the correct size. And again, scale, here to here, yes. But when you're like this, that's too much. And for this to, again, somebody had mentioned that it's not the 86 line, it's the movie line. And so the figure should scale for the movie, in my opinion. And this just doesn't do it. And again, seeing them next to each other, because also people will talk about what things look like in their collections and how it looks like their collections. And this doesn't scale for my collection. Like, what is this? Let us know. Does this scale in your collection to you? This doesn't look right to me.
I will say, New Age Megatron is probably going to look really good next to him.
I
did want to say, I talked about price point. I forgot he comes with 3 tapes, so this is a Voyager priced figure. So
I totally get it. The tapes don't look like.
I just wanted to clarify before somebody comments that. I recognize that, but still, yeah. I don't know. Let us know what you think down below. Did you just get New Age Megatron and said screw the Studio Series 1? And it's correct. Do you want New Age to come out with the Prime too, to scale with everybody else? Because it seems like those two are going to be out of scale with everybody else.
All right. Again, seeing him next to Blaster, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then when I saw him next to Megatron, I was like, what the hell?
I don't know. Let us know what you think down below, and we're going to move on to some eHobby exclusive garage kits. That Grimlock has wings.
It almost looks like a cape.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, King Grimlock, right?
Yeah. These look good. There's a lot of detail in them. I would want them in color, and I'm not painting them, so. But they look good. I do like the way they look.
They do. Very, very well done. I don't like his wings. I wish they were a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
But they all look good though. So.
Yeah. I don't have anywhere to put them.
Next up, we've got the Missing Link display at Volks Hobby Square in Akihabara, Japan. So you can see them all, including the new Magnus. So very cool. Especially to see that. It would be cool to see it in person with all the comparisons.
Yeah, I keep looking at the RC. The RC and the Magnus, the 2 RCs and the Magnus are the ones that I'm missing. So yeah, it's interesting to see these like in a shelf like this. So yeah, I'm still struggling with that Magnus though. That price on that Magnus.
Yeah. I'm struggling with the price on this. We've got the Age of Prime's Nemesis Prime and Minicon team via NoTrab. I think it looks good. I don't like the face. We've talked about it before. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but I probably am. I wish there was a little bit more color in there. The sword looks fine. I wish it was a little sharper looking, but probably toy regulations. I just wish he was more of the Nemesis Prime I had as a kid, the toy, not the cartoon, but people want the cartoon, so I get it. So pick it up if you want it. I'm good though.
I think this picture looks better, as you mentioned, the light shining on it, the whatever filters, if any that were on it. It does look good. The colors pop off of it. Like we kind of wanted more of that lighter blue that's on there to kind of go through the chest or whatever. But this picture is making the red shine on his chest looks really good. The sword, I think it comes together really well, but like you said, it looks like it's, you know, a little over inflated a little bit. It looks really marshmallowy. And it looks like it would be a Nerf sword than a regular sword. So this is one of those where I don't think either one of us are picking it up. But if you want this for your collection, you know, no judgment there. I think it looks fine. I just think that we have previous versions of these figures or other companies that made these figures in our collection.
Yep, exactly. Next up, we've got Hasbro Brawl. They posted this saying, "I'm running with boots to the ground." Yeah, I don't know what this is very ambiguous.
So you probably don't know about the Boots on the Ground song and line dance. So that's what I took from it.
Line dancing?
Yeah, there's, it
was very popular at my college I went to, but you wouldn't catch me within a mile of that area.
I can't catch you in a mile of dancing either. So,
well, what do you consider dancing?
Yeah, I could not catch you with a mile of dancing.
There's been some. Anyways, another story for another day.
Write in the comments if you want James to do a video of him dancing.
Oh, it's not dancing. It's I don't do it, but I've been near it where they just. I forgot what it's called. It's what they do at hardcore shows, crowd killing, where they flail their arms and try to hit as many people as they can.
Yeah, see, that's just.
But it's called hard dancing, something like that. I don't personally like it, but it's entertaining to watch.
That's called a hard ass whooping. That's what that is.
I've seen that too.
Yeah, that's what it would be. I think this is interesting. The front of it, the front legs, actually reminds me of MMC's version of their Constructicons, Combaticons. Just the green part, how the foot kind of sits out a little bit. That's what it reminded me of. The middle black piece, that seems, I don't know really what's going on there. And then the turret looks kind of thin, you know, like the space around it. There's nothing like kind of around it. So I don't know if it plugs in like a shell, like the other, the Superion or the, what can I think of any names right now? Menasor, if it plugs into a shell, or if something comes over it and thickens the leg out, you know, I don't know, but it's not a bad looking foot.
So what I think this is going to be is it's going to be the shin and toe, and then the combiner part is going to come in and become the calf and the heel spur. From this angle, that's what I'm seeing. That this is like a half of the front of the foot, and then the rest of it's going to be part of the skeleton.
So you think it's going to snap onto the front, really?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Instead of, okay. Yeah, so that's what, so I think...
They said it was. They said it in one of the streams, I believe, that they had to re-engineer the skeleton because of what Bruticus looks like. Yeah.
So it doesn't look bad to me.
No.
I'm skipping on all these combiners, but I don't think it doesn't look bad. I think this could be the best looking one out of all of the combiners in terms of how the bot modes look and how the alt modes look so far.
Oh, I think it's definitely the best for that already, but we'll have to see about the combined mode. So stay tuned for that. Blitzway Carbotics showed off their Legendary Defender 10th Anniversary Limited Edition. So This is from, I believe, a show on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so as well. I did watch the show. I did not like the way the lion robots' heads look. Like they kind of like in this picture, like the yellow lion, which you can kind of see. It looks like he looks goofy in the head.
Yeah.
It looks like he has a huge underbite. But I do like the way everything else looks on them. I think they're very streamlined and aerodynamic looking. They look pretty cool.
Yeah, I loved this stylization of Voltron. I didn't watch the show. I don't have that attention span for Voltron. But I love that each of the heads is different. But yeah, so I think these look cool, but you need to pick them up since you're nostalgic for the show already.
I'm good. I'm okay.
Next up, we have Funbee Studios. He has a customizer for the tags for the core class that you can put a name. Very cool. Go make some customs.
That's cool. I like that. I've thought about doing names for all of my different figures in my shelves. That's going to be hard to do, but I've thought about seeing if I can do that.
Now you can 3D print them.
That's what I'm going to try to do.
Next up, we have Craftsman Toys Computron. The last two, we got some pictures of them. They aren't out quite yet, but I don't know why they're surfing, but they guess they like them. 5DO really like doing that. And they look cool.
Surfing. They do look really good. And the light speed, I don't know, in certain angles he looks really cool, in others he looks kind of weird. I don't like the way the shoulders look on him when he's surfing, but then when he's standing next to Strafe on the top picture, it looks cool. The bottom picture, his arms just look like they're so huge. So I'm having mixed feelings with him. Strafe looks really good in all the modes. I really like the way he came out.
I agree. That's just because you can't see the depth on Lightspeed's arms.
Yeah.
And here they all are together, and they look good. It looks like a cohesive team. I'm sure you're happy to have this team in your collection, even if it's not the perfect Computron for you. At least you have one.
It's the closest one since the G1 in my collection. So yeah, and I actually really like the way the figures are coming together and looking. So I can't wait for them to come out in MP size. But this is a good Legend set here.
And Ming Motion showed off that he has it already and showed off the combined mode or spicy animation, which is he has like 3 different ones. Very cool looking. I think you're going to be very happy with this. So you'll have to update us when you have all of them in hand.
Yeah, and that little Grimlock in his hand looks cute too. But yeah, I'm very excited, and this picture looks amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Fantastic models showed off their Warhorse, and these pictures are the box art is by IO Lab Studio, and yeah,
I like the box art.
It's okay. All of Fans Toys box art is a little off. It doesn't look exactly right, but I think they're doing that for legal purposes.
Oh, that makes sense. I like the way it looks. He looks, like intimidating. And for somebody to turn into a minivan.
I don't know. All I see is a pressure washer in his hand.
I cannot see that now. I think he looks like he's, he means business. Whether he's going to get
exactly. You want your coin for pressure washing your house off.
But yeah, I think he looks aggressive and determined. But yeah, I like the box art for what it is. Again, Ironhide is not my favorite, but he always seemed to be like, gung-ho about fighting and stuff in his little minivan.
Yeah, exactly. And here it is. Something is off with this face. I don't know what it is, but that when he's looking straight at us in that center picture,
Yeah.
Something's weird about it. The rest of the figure, phenomenal. They did a great job on this. Ironhide, like you, not my favorite figure. But I think they did a great job on that. But that head, maybe it has different faceplates or something, but something looks off that I can't quite put my finger on.
He looks like a young Ironhide in the face. Maybe that.
Yeah, or something. Like, it looks like a good Transformer face for another figure, but not Ironhide.
I don't like the windshield or I don't like the way that looks.
Because it's see-through.
I don't know if that's it. If it looks like because it's in two, it looks like it's in two pieces, or I don't know. I don't really like the way that part looks.
I can see that. It's not my favorite. It honestly reminds me of the Lego pieces that are clear when you make windows and put them together. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what it looks like. But I like it better than X-Transbots version. I don't remember what X-Transbots looked like, but I remember really disliking that one until you put that sticker over it. This one I think looks better, even though it still looks like two pieces of Lego that you made a window with.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them did a great job on it. There are things that I really like about this one though, and that's like the sled combining into his back.
Well, let's talk about the sled in a second.
Okay,
let's talk about how he scales first. Do you think that that's an appropriate scale for him next to Mirage and Warpath?
Here we go. I never saw Ironhide this much bigger than Mirage.
Thank you. And maybe it's the perspective. You know, I'm going to give it to him. But if he is that tall, I thought he was like maybe a head taller than Mirage. Not like 3 heads taller than Mirage.
Yeah, that looks really. I mean, and
we could be wrong. If you look at the scale chart, it could be. You know,
it could be.
You know,
but it doesn't. And again, this I can't talk about Hasbro and try to omit, you know, any third parties or anything. I don't remember him being this big off, and I don't like that at all. I don't, you know, if it's accurate, great, but again, from me watching the show, Ironhide looked bigger, but even and maybe I just haven't looked at this Mirage enough. Because I don't also remember Mirage being that short next to Warpath, you know. And I do know that Warpath was a little bit bigger for a mini-bot scale.
Yeah. And
so, yeah, Mirage looks like the one that's off here.
Honestly, yeah, I agree.
You know, and if that's the case, then, you know, let's talk, you know, it's too late for us to go back and talk about Mirage. But yeah, Ironhide looks huge compared to him.
I agree. I love the blast effect where he's just firing wildly.
Yeah.
Because he has to be going back and forth for it to get that effect, unless it would have to be on one side if he was firing in a line. And I love the belly to the ground Superman pose. So, very cool. And here's what's it called?
The G1.
Yes. I can't think of what that's called that it is. You just said it.
Oh, the sled.
Sled. Thank you. And it actually incorporates into him, which I think is very cool. And then you can make it a G1, you know, thing too. But it holds all the weapons, which is cool. You know, I think this is how you should display them. Just have your X-Transbots one in bot mode.
Yeah, I don't like the way the weapons stack up on the sled. That looks a bit much.
I think that's because didn't the sled have something that came up?
It did.
That's probably what they're trying to emulate.
But yeah, it
didn't look like that though.
Yeah. Didn't look like that. I like that you can give it that G1 toy look, even though God, I hated the G1 toy so bad. The sled, the how it incorporates into him as a figure is dope. That is so cool. The sled as a sled looks good, except for the weapons all stacking up like that. That's my only gripe with it. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. So this figure it's a mixed bag for me. I don't love it. There's certain things I do like about it, but I don't love it.
Wow. That's been a trend with fans toys from you recently.
I don't know. Like, I guess, again, I really like some of the engineering they've done with it, but it's more so because of the character. I'm not a big Ironhide fan, but I do like.
So
yeah, but I do like what they did with this one. I like the options that they give you. I really think that's really cool.
Yeah, and van mode's nothing to talk about. I think it looks good, but the windows, now I can't see Lego windows on every single one. I don't know. I think they needed to be maybe a little opaque so you couldn't see through them as much, because now that you brought it up, that's all I see. And there's a lot of panel lines all over the place, but it needs to be there. But I don't know, maybe they could have cleaned it up a little bit more, because it is very greebly.
Well, and maybe this is a rough model, but even like the bumper is like misaligned and
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But yeah, I don't like the way the side mirrors look on it. Like, that looks bad.
Yeah, those look weird. Yeah.
You know, the back side mirror looks fine, but yeah, it just I don't like it. And I like that the door's open. That's really cool and a nice feature to have in there. I don't know if a character can fit in there, you know, or anything like that.
I don't think so, because if you look at the side view one, it looks like it's full.
Well, I mean, if a human figure was in there, he wasn't going to be able to see out the window anyway. So, but yeah, this maybe the transformation is unique and fun and things like that, but I'm not really digging it what I'm seeing right now.
And I think I said this about another Ironhide. I wish that yellow stripe just went all the way to the tip. I don't know if it's supposed to or not, but on the side view, I feel like it just stops abruptly right before the end.
Yeah.
But maybe that would mess up the color scheme in bot mode. I don't know. That's just what I would like.
Yeah. I think they did a better job with the yellow stripe. I think
it was X-Transbots, right?
I don't remember if X-Transbots went as far or
something was weird about it.
Yeah, I have to look, but I do remember you talking about the stripe on somebody recently.
On one of the Ironhides. There's too many of them, you know. Well, let's get into something you will eventually get, maybe when it comes out in another color. Or if you're going to go hunt all these down, we got Newage Toys H72 Typhoon. And these pictures are via Mang Motion, which he has a video that I actually watched while I was making this PowerPoint. Yes, be proud of me, Bobby. Did you watch it? The whole 10 minutes?
I didn't watch the 10 minutes. I watched a 30-second. I was at SeaWorld today, and
where's that exit button that you always talk about?
I was busy
today.
You
sent it to me last night.
I sent the short video, I thought.
Yeah, but it was up at the same time. Anyways, either which way, I'm just making fun of you. It's fine. Go watch it at 3 times speed. This is everything that it comes with. I don't know if the short video that I didn't watch, I watched the long one, showed where everything goes, but where you put all the pieces is so ingenious. In the feet, in the back of here, on here, it was so cool seeing that. Now, let's just get into it. If this execution is very well done, I don't like either of these modes. They're Transformers wanting it. Not Bobby Transformers wanting it, but Hasbro Transformers wanting it. In this bot mode with the super long legs, the short torso. But it was so cool to see how the feet flip and go onto the front and how you put some of the stuff in there. He also does just have the I think this is supposed, I was going to say what type of dinosaur it is, but as the dinosaur head just hanging off his back, which I think could have maybe been done a little bit more. He's also a complete parts former, so be prepared for that, but I don't know how they would do it without that. But I really don't like this alt mode, especially that head with the big turtleneck around him. Like, he looks like he's in a turtleneck sweater. And maybe that's what the dinosaur looks like, but I'm almost positive it doesn't.
I agree with you. I'm not a dino expert, so I don't know what type of dinosaur this is, if it's accurate, if it's not accurate.
I'm going to just say it. I think it's an Ankylosaurus, I could be wrong.
I've heard that. I've heard that's what it is a lot. I don't know if the execution is right or not. I think I actually like the way the bot mode looks, and maybe it's because of the colors, and the colors blend together so well that the proportions, even if they're off a little bit, they still give it that similar dinosaur robot. Like the dinosaur robots typically have bigger legs, and the arms don't necessarily have that same effect. So I think that this one is actually okay, based off of, again, what the typical Dinobots, and this is from, any company, any scale, that the legs are typically really big.
Yeah.
I actually like the way it looks.
Let me back up. I don't think it looks bad. It's just not my favorite.
Okay.
I think they still did a decent job. I mean, they're putting combiner parts, and this looks like a dang good robot for being just a bunch of random combiner parts. I will say that.
Yeah.
So just wanted to say that really quick, and it's not bad. It's also this angle. I think he's shooting it from up down. It's also as tall as like the Masterpiece Dinobots. This thing is huge. That
was something that I also noticed. I was just like, he looks really big.
He is. I mean, like, I think it was, I don't know which one. He put him up next to a Sludge, I believe, and they were like the same height. So this thing is huge.
So yeah. So, and again, then when we talk about the alt mode, not knowing what size, what dinosaur this is and how big it's supposed to be, I'm assuming then that the alt mode is big compared to the other Dinobots.
Huge.
So yeah. So
in the video, he has comparisons with all of them. I mean, Grimlock comes up to his knee in bot mode.
So yeah. So I'm gonna have to watch that video when we finish recording. Do I like it? Do I love it? Definitely not. Do I need it? No. If they come out with the other colors, I may buy one, maybe two, depending on how it looks in the other colors. But since I don't have the this color of the Dinobots, I'm skipping this for right now.
That makes sense. And before we get into combined mode, I did want to ask you, what would be your cutoff on price? Because this is a masterpiece-sized Newage figure. Newage is already expensive. What do you think this is going to be, and what do you want it to be? Since you are the more person that's going to probably buy one down the line, and I'm not. So, and then I'll say my thoughts.
So two things. Because this is a parts former instead of an actual transformer, I'm not putting a high price on it, even if it is a bigger size. I'm thinking $65-$70.
Oh no, you should see that there's a lot of moving parts on this. I'm thinking $200-$250.
Oh hell no.
Think about it. The Grimlock,
I thought about it.
It goes up to his knee was $100. This is triple, quadruple the size with all the parts. It comes apart and it has a whole bunch of stuff with all the paint and stuff. That's what I'm seeing this at. You wouldn't pick it up if it was that much? Even if we're for shattered glass, let's say?
Hell no. No.
I'm just postulating. Who knows how much it would be. But I'm just thinking size-wise and stuff. So
if it transformed, wasn't a parts former, yes, because then I'd be looking at the engineering to make it do what it needs to do.
There's some really cool engineering in this still.
Not $200 worth, in my opinion.
Yeah. And here's the combined mode. The combined mode surprised me because Swoop is just plugged into an arm. But Slag actually transforms and has pieces that go around the bicep area and to plug into the hand. I thought that was really cool how one of these figures actually integrates into combined mode. The rest of them literally all slide in. And these figures were not meant to combine. That's clear from looking at this. There's no special parts on these or whatnot. But I think it does look cool still. I don't like how Sludge's head is just like a knee growth, just flopping around. The sword is kind of a mismatch from the rest. No, not even how big it is. I wish it was not see-through orange, because there's nowhere else on him that's that. It's kind of cool. Fire, yeah. But I think it would have been better if either the combined figure had see-through orange throughout it, so you could see more of that, or if it was just gold. It's just, I mean, I guess that's what they normally have, but with these tune colors, having a transparent color is weird to me. Yeah, it's okay. It's a great attempt at making a non-combining team combine. I give them props for that. They did a good job on that. But does it work as a combiner? No, because it's practically the same size as when it was uncombined. Wouldn't 6 be better than one slightly taller guy? I don't know. Maybe they're combining their energon capacities into one. But yeah, I think it looks good. I think it's worthwhile to get. I think in shattered glass colors, this is going to look phenomenal. I don't know what color it would be, but looking at where the colors are and all the different things that you're going to have to look at, this is going to pop in those colors.
So the first picture, Swoop looks like he's floating down a lazy river. He just looks like, I'm done with this. He's like...
Literally, they plug him on and you put 2 little tabs on and boop, he's on. And I'm like,
yeah. He looks like, you know, he's playing dead. I didn't grow up with my Dinobots combining, so I don't necessarily have to have my Dinobots combined. I already have 2, 3 versions of Dinobots that transform from third party, so it's not a huge thing. And one of them is a purple and black, I believe. So I don't. No, that was G-Creation.
Oh, they did come out with the purple and black one. You're right. You're right.
So so that's kind of my shattered glass or whatever you want to call it.
That's your plague shelf one. You're gonna get the shattered glass one. Don't even say you're not.
But, I mean, again, because of that, because I have a few, there was 2 G creations, and then, wasn't there another one that combined too? I can't think of the name.
You got 2 G creations, and then you're going to get King Toys, and then you're going to get the SD one, and then you're going to get the Craftsman Toys one.
I'm not, we're pushing the cart.
You've got one more figure, you're going to just pick the Shattered Glass one up.
So it's not a necessity to get
correct.
This.
You're correct.
And that's why if the price is $200, it's a very, very quick, fast, easy pass for me. And on the second picture there, I don't like how on again with Swoop's arm, like right above the hands, it just looks unfinished. Like what is that?
That's a shield.
Okay.
So the tail pops off and folds out into a shield, so you're seeing the inside of the shield.
Oh, well, they needed to turn his arm so I can see the outside of the shield, because right now I'm not happy with the way that looks. But, again, it's forced, but they did a good job forcing it. I like the idea. The execution is okay. It does look very, like I love the way the colors all come together. So they did a great job with that. At $200, hell no. At $100, maybe. But again, let me go watch the other video and maybe I'll change my mind. But from what I saw and how everything just kind of, clamps on like this or whatever, I was just like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. And to all the Chug collectors out there, this is the same size as the Hasbro combiners. So, and probably looks a little bit better, at least in my opinion. So go pick it up if you are collecting Hasbro. All right, we'll be right back with what is incoming and recently released, so stay tuned.
$200. I wish I
pick it up. You don't pick it up.
I wish I would.
Let's get into incoming, and first we have X-Transbots Gian. I bet you're excited to finally have another one in hand.
I am. I like their Paragon, which was pretty cool. The the clip to separate the two halves was hell to actually do, but I'm very happy, and hopefully they'll turn around and come out with the G2 colors right afterwards as well. So that I'd be happy to get that, and then we would just be waiting on Hotspot. So
another Defensor almost done.
Yeah, it looks good.
Speaking of things you've been waiting on, we got Ocular Max's Delete Us. So this should be out at the end of November. So I'm just putting it in incoming because I'm sick of seeing it in updates. And he has the tiniest little communicator. I don't know how he pushes the buttons with those fingers. But it's still very cool.
It's actually all he's pushing is the blue button. That's all that is. Everything else is just lights. It's only really one button.
Okay, I could deal with that.
So I saw that John's coming out in November as well. I can't remember.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think one's coming out like
no, you're talking. No, you're wrong. It's not Gian coming out in November. It's something we're going to talk about next.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
Yeah. So let's keep talking about this figure. Let's give this figure its time in the spotlight. Here you have the trumpet, which is probably the least impressive trumpet of the three, because it's just not brass. So,
there's no details to it.
Yeah. And the alt mode, I really like this alt mode. I like all the different colors and stuff. It looks more realistic, but I do not like the back end. They look like gears that want to grind something up, like it's a wood chipper in the back. It needed like a panel to cover that up.
Yep. I completely agree with everything you said. I like that they also changed the colors of things to make it look like something different versus like on X-Transbots, for instance, they had the ladder, but it was just all in green. And so you just saw the detail of a ladder, but it was just all green. Here they have the silver or gray looking ladder on the side. That looks really good. You can see the steering wheel there in black. You don't really see a seat from this angle. I don't know if there is a seat or not, but even like the pistons in the front, even if they don't necessarily work like X-Transbots does, you can see that they added some silver there, some silver detail there. The lights in the back with the red and the white, that looks really good. The way I thought the way they did the tires on this is absolutely amazing. How they expand out for treads, that looks great. So I think they did some really, really cool things with this.
I completely agree, and that's the difference between X-Transbots and Ocular Max or MMC. X-Transbots wants to be as accurate to the G1 show as possible, which means no color. While Ocular Max is kind of letting loose a little bit and letting them do that, which I like. The wheel's not my favorite. Very cool engineering-wise, but execution-wise, they don't look amazing. They look like black daisies. Like, they don't look solid. They don't look like solid tires. They look like pedals. And you could see the tires, how they expand in this picture. And again, with the clip, I don't know what that clip does. And here's the
probably
leg.
Pulls them out all the way.
I think it's maybe to help with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The leg also looks very good from the front, but from the back, it's a little messy.
That side, like where the purple is on the side, looks kind of, not even kind of, looks bad.
Yeah. So.
And again, here I don't like the way the gray is.
Yeah, I don't like the gray.
I don't like that.
I know it's a compromise to get like the wheels behind the canopy, but I kind of like that. It brings a little bit more of the vehicle mode out of the combined mode, which I think is cool, and it's non-intrusive and stuff. But some of the other stuff, like you pointed out, the purple, I didn't even notice the purple. I'm okay with that. That's not the worst, but the gray is pretty bad. But you want to look at it from the back, so it is what it is. If this has the articulation they're saying it's having, this could probably be forgiven. But if it has that articulation, it needs a toe joint, so I hope that's powerful enough to hold it up.
And I like that the shovel is all the same color.
That's always a positive. Yes,
we've seen that a couple of times. So again, it looks like a good figure. there's things that I don't like about it. There's things that I really do like about it. So it's looking good so far, and it'll be good to add another company to the Devastator Wars.
Yes, so soon. This is who you think is coming out in November.
You're absolutely correct.
This is the Ocular Max alternate version of Ventus.
Okay, so you're absolutely okay. Yeah, you're right. I just saw Blades. So yes, this is coming out really fast. Thank you for that. I like the way this looks. Even if the blue is just like out of nowhere, I really like the way this looks.
Well, he's always had a blue face. That's like his thing. I think this looks so good. I really like how this looks. Kind of wants me to pick it up just for Blades because he's my favorite. I don't know if he's your favorite. Besides Hotspot, I really liked Blades because of that blue face. It's so different and interesting, and I liked it. You do get different faces. I don't know why the eyes change, but they're there. And the alt mode actually looks good. It doesn't have that weird, like, unpainted red, at least that I thought it looked like that. And the combined mode looks decent, too. I wish the canopy at the top could just be the canopy of the helicopter and not, like, ripped apart. But I think this looks good. I think the toy version is coming together a lot better than the original colors.
Yeah, this is gonna make it into my collection, so I'm happy about it. It's nice to be able to finish a Defensor and then have some other options coming up right behind it. So
definitely,
even if it's small,
even if it's the same mold, just slightly different colors.
Yep.
Moving on to recently released reissues of Earthrise, Run Amok, and DOTM Bumblebee all have been cited. Go pick them up if you want them.
Yep, exactly.
It's crazy to see Earthrise figures still on the shelves.
Yeah.
That was 5 years ago, if not longer.
It's those boxes that they use to block mice from coming into the warehouses. Now that they're opening them up.
I guess so. But it's still a good figure. Go pick it up if you need it.
Yeah, I liked it when it came out.
Good luck finding Runabout, though.
Yeah.
Next up, I Killed Kenny XD. Found Onyx Prime. And some other figures that I think we already talked about that they're out. So go ahead and get Onyx Prime if you need it. He does look pretty big in the packaging, which is a surprise.
Yeah, and that Fireflight.
Venom or Benin or whatever they're calling him. Thundercracker, and then Micronus Prime, which I know you cannot wait to get your hands on.
I'm so pausing on that. Yeah, I see a figure in there that I'll pick up. And this is sad.
No, Thundercracker. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
but if I could find that Onyx Prime for $15.99 sold.
You know what? I would buy it at $15.99.
I know it's in the wrong spot, but just put it out there. I
would buy it at $15.99.
Next up, Icon of Iacon showed off the TF Prime Arachnid. I put it next to the Night Countess because that's the one I think both of us have from Prime, which I actually like. I think that figure's cool. It's fun to transform. It looks good. I can't say the same about this one. I can't really tell what's going on with these pictures in the bot mode. It looks like a blob of gray.
All right, so two things I'll say here. We don't have neither one of us have any TF1 characters unless you got something in your haul that I don't know about. Seeing it next to the Prime figure, of course, it looks small.
Well, it's also a third-party, technically, figure.
Right. It looks small. It looks chunky, and it's interesting. Next to the TF1 character, it actually looks like it fits in really well. It looks like the size-wise is what I'm talking about.
I don't think so. I think
but it looks like it needs to be skinnier. It just needs to be skinnier.
I thought she was way taller than all of them.
I wonder, I think I think so as well, but it also might have been just her slenderness made her look
and
lanky.
maybe after they get the cogs, they grow. But I feel like she was like...
She was so lanky. She was lanky.
But remember, she like bent down to get in the doorway.
Yeah.
And during the first scene, and she like looked around and scanned them and all that stuff for Sentinel Prime. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like how chunky she is.
She get on that Weight Watchers.
And here is the alt mode, which is cool. I love the alt mode for Cybertronian. It's so weird and unique. I'd love to see Beast Machines Obsidian have this alt mode. I think that would be very, very cool. But not this bot mode. And then I think this was how she could like crawl is kind of cool. You know, that's kind of what she did in Prime. So, you know, it's something.
I like that aspect of it.
Oh.
Yeah, this won't be the first TF1 character I get.
Not for $27.99. Go pick it up if you want it.
$15, would you get it?
Probably not.
Ooh.
The other one's a leader class price, so $7.99. I just don't like it. I just don't like the bot mode enough. I have a whole Decepticon Fembot shelf, and I don't think this would fit in with it. I was hoping it was going to, because I was going to pick it up if it looked good. I liked her character in the show, the movie, what little character she had. I liked it. I liked how she looked in the movie. I liked what she transformed into. This is not a good translation, in my opinion.
Damn. I was trying to give you the, you know, the on sale 40%, you know.
It's just, it doesn't look like the character to me. The head sculpt perfect.
The head sculpt.
Alt mode perfect. But the body, the slenderness and creepiness of Arachnid was such a major part of her character, because she didn't have that much characterization, that this loses it to me.
Yeah, okay. I'm out as well, but
Go Better has a kit that you can go ahead and pick up for Hauler, which gives him a cigar.
I don't know where the cigar comes from.
I think it's because of his mouth. How he's like, you know. I think that.
But it actually looks kind of cool.
It does, and it makes sense for like a construction worker. I don't know. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I just I don't like, again, humanizing my robots, but it's kind of funny. And I know like Cup had a cigar.
He had a Cygar.
Oh yeah, Cygar.
CYGAR. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, you know, we see these filler kits all the time. So pick them up if you want to do it for an older figure.
Dream Star Toys, I think we already talked about that this has already came out, but they showed off this picture, which I had to include because Army of Bonecrushers is pretty cool. You push your warrior, so I know yours might be already to you. You just don't have it yet.
Don't have it yet.
But yeah, these look good.
It does look good, and it's looking better as we're getting closer to it. So I'm very interested
so far.
Very interested when we get this.
Yeah. And they also showed this off with the arm and the alt mode. So good looking figure.
It's funny. It still reminds me of that tank that we just talked about earlier, the recolor in the Megatron colors.
Oh, you know what? Where the proportions, where the treads are, how the legs, how the cuts in, I totally see it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
and even the shape of the head, like the so
I think this one looks better personally.
Oh yeah, it looks more solid.
Yeah,
you know, like because I think the other tank felt kind of light as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this looks really good. I'm digging this.
Next up, we have the Dr. Wu Pulse Gun via Skullgrin. And all of these are out. So I don't know when they came out. I must have missed that. But if you want some Dr. Wu Shockwaves and Bumblebees, go pick them up.
It actually looks really cute. That little head looks really cute.
Yeah, I like the red eye.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that is everything. So we'll see you in the next one, members. Stay tuned for a look at your inbox. I think there's a YouTube inbox. Look for your YouTube inbox for confirmation on the time, and we'll see you guys on the next news cycle.
Yes. and I'm going to go put something on my nose so I don't look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer over here. Until all debates are won, we will see you next time. I'm off to my next journey.